I told you, you break down one more time and I'm gonna shoot you, put you out of your misery. I'm tired of it, and you won't listen. Now, try to run. You dang Land Rover.
It's kind of like, I think I can.
This requires a systematic.
This guy's not to be messed with. Not to be messed with. Doug and I, last weekend, we tore this Land Rover down, and what we found was head gasket was blown, and it was because of the head studs that were in there. Some of them were loose, and the main reason was, oh, I don't know if you can see that right there. I think they call these time inserts. At least that's the research I did online, is that's what they call them, time inserts. Just like a helicoil or what?
I had no idea. I don't work.
Well, Doug's just a wealth of knowledge. So anyway, that's what we found, and that's exactly where the head gasket was blown, is right there. So we got new gaskets. We're gonna grind that piece down. We got head bolts instead of head studs. All the research says that head studs are better. We had a hell of a time getting some of them out. So we're just gonna go back with head bolts. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grind down this time insert. This is a different kind of sander. These are all Doug's tools. Thankfully I have him. This one, what kind of wheel is this, Doug? Roll-lock bristle disc. So it just takes a little bit of aluminum off at a time. Watch this. Cleans it up real nice.
A piece of vacuum hose into the water jacket. Bow gun.
I'll be dang. Doug's a genius. Doug's smart, smarter than me. We got a couple of different things. On the driver's side, we had the time insert or helicoil or whatever that was sticking out, that was making the head gasket not tight, and that's the reason why it blew. Agreed?
Something like that.
Doug's very, what's the word? Non-committal. That's why he's never gonna get married. I don't know if you can see that. There's a insert at the bottom, and then like that one right there, the insert's at the top. And I don't know if that's something that he did or if that's something that the factory did. We don't know if it was drilled and had a helicoil put in, some of them, but not all of them. We don't know what the heck's going on. But what we do know is that with the new head bolts, you got a short one and a long one. And the long one goes in these three positions: 1, 2, 3. And the rest of them around from here on the bottom and then all the way to here, those get the short ones. Before we reassemble, we're gonna spray it down with brake cleaner and then wipe it down with a rag. Good gasket. We're not gonna hurt you. What side goes where, sweetie? Does it matter? We got top and top. I don't think it matters.
Make sure the top goes up. Stamp top. No, it doesn't matter which gasket goes on which side.
They are identical. The dowel pin there, and there is a dowel pin there. And that gasket sits on top of that dowel pin, and that also helps the head align onto the block. You have to put the head on there and then put the head studs in. So that's another reason why we opted for head bolts. So the difference between a head bolt, and head stud is this one's got a head on it. The head bolt has a head to put a socket on. This one has a hex hole in the middle. So what you have to do is put an Allen wrench in there to loosen it. And we had some of them that got stuck in the block. So they were a pain in the tuchus. That one is the one that had that insert pushing up against it. And that's where the head was raised and it was letting that head gasket leak. It's important to make sure the head is nice and clean before you stick it on the block. So we ran out of brake cleaner. What we're using is a carburetor and choke cleaner. Doug always likes to spray everything down with some brake cleaner because it takes all the foreign bodies off of the product that you're cleaning. So these heads, both of them are wiped down, sprayed off, ready to go. We're gonna install them. It's good, Doug. You already went over it 10 times. Oh yeah. Now the exhaust is lining up. Bastard. What?
Pick it up.
Pick it up?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Ah! Got it! Got it! The fuck? Why is it doing that? Something ain't right. Hold on. Are we lined up? Yeah? There it is. There it is. Now it's not. What if something was in the way? I don't know exactly what. But now it's good. Not rocking no more. Ain't it fun being a mechanic? Mm-hmm. That's Doug's favorite line. So the instruction says to lightly oil. What? Oil?
Yeah. Oil the threads of the bolt. But it come with some pipe dope, so.
Came with some type of lubrication, so we're lubing her up right now. Oh, look at this. Ain't that fancy.
I learned it from my plumber buddy.
So remember, the 3 long ones go here, here, and here. And then the short ones go here, all the way on the bottom, and then there's one more in the back. Doug got angry at me because I wasn't doing them in sequence, so we're just gonna watch him. So right now he's just snugging them, but he's still doing it in the sequence per the directions. If you do them out of sequence, then you could blow the head gasket again. We don't want to do that. So tell me what the sequence is, please. Where did you start?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Okay.
It's basically working from the center out.
Now he's gonna do this side, passenger side.
1,
torquing the head bolts down in the same order that he tightened them down in. So what is that set to? 15?
15 foot-pounds.
15 foot-pounds of torque. Doug's got this. Can you take it off real quick? Doug's got this snap-on tool that is set to 90 degrees, because what you're supposed to do is tighten them to 15 pounds and then go back through and do 90 degrees in sequence and then another 90 degrees in sequence after that, after the first one. So 2 90-degree rotations through one head bolt, one set of head bolts. So here we go. Yes, Connor.
What's this? Should I dump it?
No, it's soap. Oh shit.
But you're not using it. You're not
Okay.
using it.
Connor, be quiet, bud. 92. Okay. So that's number 1. It vibrates too? I'll be damned.
Helps us people with hard of hearing.
Yeah. What'd you say? So you're gonna do that. That was sequence 1. He's gonna go back through and do it again. Another 90-degree turn of sequence 2. These head bolts, they stretch, and that's what keeps the tension. They're kind of spring-loaded, so to speak, and it keeps the tension. Since the head is aluminum, so is the block. There's a lot of heat dissipation, expansion and contraction with aluminum, right? Like same but different. My battery's getting ready to die, so I'm gonna charge it. So we've already installed the driver's side push rods, and when we took them out, we put them on a piece of cardboard. We punched holes in it, and we have them in sequence: front, back, passenger, and they're all. So these were the bottoms, and that's the top. And that's how they go in. So Doug's gonna go ahead and put them in now. We already did the driver's side. Doug's got a little bit of oil in his hand, just regular oil. Just slip them in each hole. Make sure they're sitting on top of the lifter. I think it's pronounced Earl, right? Earl?
Yeah. Oh.
Earl?
Whoa.
Earl? I can't.
You gotta have a little bit of allergy problems here, you know.
Yeah.
To pronounce oil.
Earl? All right. What we got here is the rocker shaft going back on. This is what controls the push rods. Is there any sequence on tightening these down?
I think so. I ain't got that far yet.
That's the driver's side rocker shaft assembly going on. And we're gonna tighten those bolts down to 30 foot-pounds of torque. There is no sequence that you have to do those in.
Just progressively, little by little, each one. Probably faster if I use power tools, huh?
Probably would. I try to tell him, but he don't listen. Doug has tightened the rocker shaft assembly bolts down to 30 foot-pounds progressively. So you don't do them all at once tight. You got to go through, do them not in a sequence, but you don't want to just tighten one down all the way without going through and snugging them up. So do a couple turns on one, go back, do the next one, do a couple turns on, you know what I'm saying.
He is a good chef.
Oh,
Way to go, Fred.
Fourth beer.
Patrick.
Ain't sitting too good. Wow! Chicken! My chicken got loose. Hey, have you seen my chicken? 10%'s really got me going.
Is that DNR?
All right, cook those two. Bee number 2, who you never met before.
I'm here. I'm live.
Oh, we got a little yum. Oh, baby. We are gonna eat good tonight. What does that mean?
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative and it gets the people going. Ah!